Hey you, welcome back to class. Are you ready to create something? Let's turn fabric into fashion. Grab your scissors and let's get started. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new upload. Okay, so what we're going to start with is very simple, yeah? Okay, so what is your waist?
Waist 35,
Your waist is 35. Your hip is what?
45,
45. Your knee is
22,
Your knee is 45 minus 6. 45 minus 6. That's
38,
5, 40, 39.
39,
So your knee round is 39, your hip is 45, your waist is 35. So now we're going to use a circumference of 10. And this place should not be more than 10. That's the center piece. So if it's unfold as 10, that means it's what? 20. Okay. So if it is unfold as 10, that means it's 20. Now we just proceed to taking your waist to hip, waist to knee, and then length of skirt. Okay, so first things first, you pin, because pinning is very important. You need everything to be in place. So remember, this is 10. Okay, so we have 11 and a half here, but we're working with 10. So this is okay for now. Pin the remaining places. Okay, so what is your length of skirt?
42,
42. Skirt length is 42. So plus 2 inches, that's 44. So cutting off this borderline, what we're going to mark 44 from here. Okay. Cutting off the borderline, that's this edge that comes with the lining. Cutting it off to work from here. So plus 2 inches gives us 44 for your length of skirt. So you mark. You need 2 points. Like that. So what you want to do next is to join the lines. Okay, so after you join the lines, the next thing you want to do is to get your waist to hip, waist to knee. So what's your waist to hip?
9,
9. So this is your waist to hip, 9. What's your waist to knee?
22,
22. That's too long. So we'll use 21. No, let's use 20. Okay, that waist to knee is too long, so we're using 20 as your waist to knee, 9 as your waist to hip. Okay, so now we'll just elongate the lines as well so that it's more obvious. Waist to hip. So now on this, so this is your waist, this edge is your waistline, this is your hip line, this is your knee line, and that's the length of your skirts. Okay, so now what you want to do, your waist divided by 6 is that 4.2. So that's the 4.2 you mark. Do you understand? So your waist divided by 2, your waist divided by 6, your waist divided by 6. Okay, that's 4.2. So you mark this plus ½ inch. Do you get? That's what we're doing. Then the next thing, whatever we have here, we'll put it here too as well. That's 4.2 plus ½ inch. Here now, instead of doing 4.2, you mark 4.2, then you remove half inch from it. Do you understand?
Okay.
You are marking half inch inward for the knee parts. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Let me start again. For the waist, you do your waist divided by 6. You have 4.2 plus half inch. Whatever you have on your waist is what you mark on your hip. Now, for your knee, whatever you have on your waist, you reduce half an inch from it. Do you get? So this is now what we have. I see. So you connect the plus half inches as well. So here. So this is what we have. This first line. Okay. So remember at the bottom we said we're taking 10 inches. We're using 10 inches as our base. So that's on fold. If you open it at 20 inches. So from here you connect the points. So this is your first panel and this is your front panel. Any question? So we proceed, we cut it out. So this is our front panel of our 6 pieces. So you're going to notch this center, you notch this hip line, you notch the knee as well. Okay, so now you want to proceed to cutting the side panel of the front. This is the center panel of the front. So we want to proceed to cutting the side panel of the front. So depending on how wide you want your your skirt to be, that's the lower part. And depending on how much fabric you have, you can make the front panel, the lower part of the front panel to be more than 10. Okay, you can use 12, you can use 15. You understand? Depending on the fabric you're working with, the wideness of the lower part of the skirt as well, or dress, whatever the case may be. So now I want to proceed to doing the side panel of the front. Okay, so after you have this, what you just want to do is place your front panel this way on the fabric or lining or whatever. So because we don't want the lower part to be too wide, if you want it to be very wide, you can widen this lower part. Do you understand? So you can just increase it to be very, very wide like this. The gap between here and here can be a lot, whatever the case you want to do. So now let's trim off this edge first. Okay. Okay. So now we'll place this on this. Observe what I want to do. So I'm just trimming off the excess. Trimming off the excess we have on the lower parts. Because the edge of the lining is not allowing it to be balanced on the floor. So now that we have this, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to extend the lines, okay? Or extend the lines first. So this is the knee line. This is the hip line. This is the waist. After extending these lines, I'm going to turn it. I'm going to turn this way. Are you seeing? I'm turning it this way. So make sure that it's straight. Okay, it's not having any gallop, any fold, nothing. So this is it. Now I'm going to pin it together. Now just cut this shape out, because this is the part that you'll be joining to the side of the back. Okay, so this is the side you'll be joining to the front panel. So you make sure that you're cutting it exactly the same way this is shaped. Okay, then you do your notching as well. You notch. Now it's time for you to impute your measurement. Remember we said the waist was 35, the hip is 45, and then the knee is the hip minus 6 inches, which gave us 39. So now whatever we have here is 3.5. Okay, whatever we have on the front panel, we'll reduce it. So now we have 3.5 here. We'll reduce the half inches for joining allowance. So what we have is 3. Then remember, every other thing from here now is divided by 4. So you take your measurements again, divided by 4. Then you remove whatever you have on the front panel. Let me go again. Your measurements divided by 4. Okay, minus the measurement on the front panel only. That's what you mark for your side panel. Your measurements divided by 4 minus what you have on your front panel. Okay, unfold what you have on your front panel, unfold, because this is also unfold. This is 2, and this is just for the front. You still cut the back as well. So whatever you have here, your measurement divided by 4 minus what you have on your front panel. Now remember, we added half inch for the waist and for the hip, but here we reduce half inch so that it can come in a bit to give us that concave look. Now here, now we're going to remove the half inch as well, so that half inch is for joining allowance. Okay, so I'm going to remove it. So now let's say we said our knee is 39, our hip is 45, and our waist is 35. So this 39 divided by 4 minus what we have in this front panel. This front panel now we have was 3.5. Half inch is for sewing, so we're removing 3 inches. This 45 we have here, which is your normal hip measurement, divided by 4 minus what we have here. So what we have here is what? 5. If you remove half an inch, what you have is 4.5. Okay, the same thing here. What we have here is almost 5, so let's just say 5. 35 divided by 4 minus 4.5, because you're removing half an inch for joining. Okay, so now this will give us 39 divided by 4 is 9.7. Okay, so that's 39 divided by 4 is 9.7. Now you remove 3 inches from 9.7. Okay, what will you have? What you have will be 6.7. So that's what you mark here on your knee. Are you seeing I'm taking the measurement from here? Okay, that's what you mark here on your knee. Now for your hip, 45 divided by 4 is 11.2 minus 4.5 that we have here, that's 8.2. Okay, so you mark 8.2. Are you seeing? What we're trying to do is we're trying to get what will be left over from your hip divided by 4 if we exclude this as well. That's just what we're trying to do. So 35 divided by 4 is 8.7 minus 4.5 is about 5.7. So you mark that. Then you add 3 inches allowance to the waist, 2.5 inches allowance to the hip, 2.5 inches allowance to the knee, and then on the lower parts you can add 10 as well. So that's double of this. Now we have 20. Remember, you can make it as wide as you want, but we're working with 10. So you connect the lines. Okay, so this is what we have. Any question? No. So we'll proceed to cutting. Cut out. Now you notch your knee, your hip. Let me now open it up so that you see what it's looking like. I'm pinning the side front, okay? So this is side front. Always make sure you, and this is center front. Okay. So now let's say you were to join these together. This is what it will now look like. Are you seeing? It's already looking like the 6 pieces. Do you understand? So now we're going to place the front pattern to cut the back, the center back. So this is the side front for the center front. Now we're going to cut the center back. That's where you have your zip allowance. Then we'll now cut the side for the back as well. Okay, but you can just place this, as this one is now, you can place it to cut the back, because it's the same thing. Do you understand? So now move on to cutting. Okay, so for the back panel, the same thing, making sure that here is about 10 inches, but then remember your zipper allowance, so here should be about 12 inches for the base, so that you can trim off any other excess that it comes with. So to cut the back panel, we'll be using the front panel as well. So you just place, let's cut off this excess edge. So you just place this on this edge, equalize it. You're cutting exactly the same thing. The only difference is you're adding zipper allowance. Okay, we're adding a zipper allowance to this side. We'll just pin down. Now let's add our zipper allowance. The zipper allowance is 1 inch. So I'm just going to mark it and just draw a straight line. So you have this and this. So this is your 1 inch allowance to your back panel. So now you're going to need to do your bum allowance. So if this is for a child, there's no need to do bum allowance, you can just leave it straight. But if it's for a child, a teenager that has bum, you can do. Okay, so your bum allowance, you know, your 1 inches, and then come down by what, 4.5, and then you just blend. Okay, so this is a skirt, you're not adding the up to anything, so this is just what you have. Then from here you come down straight from here. Okay, so if this was, let's say, an 8 pieces, if this was an 8 pieces, from here you'd also, from the knee, you also create another flay. Do you understand? Both the front panel and the back panel, if this was an 8 pieces, you create another flay for this front and also for the back as well. But this is not an 8 pieces, so we don't need the flay. This is just a 6 pieces. So now you just cut out what we have. So this is what we have. So for the back panel, you're going to notch these exact spots for your zipper allowance. So you know from here, this is where your zipper allowance is going to be. Then you notch the hip side as well as the knee side. Okay, so now you proceed to cutting the side panel for the back. Okay, so the side panel for the back is exactly the same as the front, because remember they both have the same thing. There's no difference. You're using the same measurement, the same everything. So you just place the back panel on your fabric. Okay. So you cut off the excess on the edge, this borderline excess on the lining, cutting it off. So what you just want to proceed to doing is placing the exact same side for the front. Place it on top. Doesn't matter what position you position it, you can always turn it. It's just so that it can save you more fabric. So I always cut on the lining first, so that the main fabric I'm using, all these other extra pieces that are just wasting around would not, waste as much on the main fabric. So if you have your main fabric, always cut with your lining first, then you just place on your fabric, because it helps a lot more. So this is it, placed on top. Then you just proceed to cutting. Okay. You just continue cutting until you are done. So that's the front and back for the sides, the panels. Okay, so they are notching. These notches will open. Okay, so I'm bringing back the front panel. This is the front panel, this is the side of the front, and this is the center of the front. Okay, so if you want to join it, you join it like this. Are you seeing? If you are placing it like this, you see an opening here. So it's as if there is a space here and there's a space here. You don't want that for your front. This is okay for your back, but for your front you need to trim it off. If not, it will cause bulging. Okay, so now for this, what you just want to do is to just go in by ½ inch. Okay, so you're going to connect from your knee point to your hip point. The same thing here, you go in by ½ inch. And you just connect it straight. Connect it from the waist, connect it ½ inch from the waist all the way down to the knee. Okay? Because you don't want this is excess bulging for the front panel, you don't want it. So But this is needed for the back, for your bum to sit in and all that. So you just trim it off. So you see, this is now what you have. Are you seeing? So when you sew this now, it balances in the front. It doesn't create a bulge like this. Okay, so please be sure to do that. So this is what we now have. So you can just go ahead and transfer these patterns to your main fabric. So this is what you have for your 6 pieces. So voila. Then the same thing for your back patterns. And this is your back. And this is your back, and this is what it looks like. This is your back, and this is what it looks like. Oh, forgot to pin a wall. That's why pinning is important. So pin. So this is, so see the bulging here for the back. Okay, you are seeing it now, you are seeing it here like this for the back. But this is okay because your bum is going to sit in this concave area. So by the time you sew it, it will come up. Are you seeing? Just as I'm holding it, you see it coming up. So it's okay for your back area, but it's not okay for your front area. That's why we remove the excess bulging for the front. And that's all about cutting of your 6 pieces. So you just go ahead, transfer this to your main fabric and join just as I've shown you here. So you're joining 1/2 inch on both sides. You pick one, you join like that. You pick and you join them all like this, both the front and the back. Okay, on this side you join your zipper allowance, you join all the way 1 inch all the way down. Thank you.
That's it for today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and sew with love. Till next time. Bye.